Ask God for His glory upon your life. Ask God for His beauty. That wherever you turn to, God will be present. That you will have a divine encounter this month in your life. Today is the 4th Sunday in the month of August. Ask God for divine encounter. Ask God for divine visitation. That the Lord will visit you in a special way. That you will meet Him. You will meet the Lord. Pray that you will meet the Lord. This month you will meet the Lord. Ask the Lord to reveal Himself to you. Mandelege balobo rekeke taya baba baba. Ask the Lord to reveal Himself to you. Mandelege lebo rokoko teyege baba baba. Regege lebo rokoko teyege lebo baba baba. Ask Him to reveal Himself to you. Man lege balobo reke daya dala baba baba. Lega balobo reke ketaya baroko kataya. Encounter with God this month. I demand an encounter with God throughout this month. I receive an encounter with God. Lega balaba ratoko regege de yegele borobo. Man legege lebo rokoko te yegele borobo. Lord, I demand an encounter with God. Man lege bolobo rekeke te yegele boroko tayaba. Make this month the month of a divine encounter. For me, for my family, for every member of Rhema Chapel, let this month be a month of divine encounter. Wegegelebo rokoko rekete yegelebo. Malegegelebo rokoko te yegelebo robobobo. Maradalaba rokoko rekete yegebobo. Malegegelebo rokoko te yegelebo robobo. Radalaba rakoko reketa yagaba. Legegelebo rokoko rigete yegebo. Regegelebo rokoko reke pataya baba. Legebalobo reke tayaba. Alegegebo mandeskete yegebo. Aradolobo rekete yegelebo roko tayaba. Thank you, Jesus. We give you the glory, Father. In Jesus' mighty name we are praying. Come on, put your hands together for Jesus, everyone. And I want you to check your neighbor and say hi to that person this morning. Glory to Jesus. God is faithful. And He will be faithful to us to the end. Everybody say, God will be faithful to us to the end. Say, faithful God. Say, faithful, very faithful God. Remember, this month we have a special service on the 21st. And we have a guest minister coming. in the person of Reverend Mrs. Funke Felix Adejuma. And I know God will bless us. So invite your friends. Invite everybody around you. At the end of the service, handbills will be given to you to use to invite people. Glory to Jesus. Also, if you are coming into this church from January, the month of January, you've been coming to this church, you have become members of this church. We are going to have a banquet with the pastor on the last Saturday of this month. The time is 4 p.m. The banquet with the pastor. That meeting is organized to welcome you properly to the church and to let you know what you stand to gain as a member of this church. Food will be provided, there will be comedy. It's all about you on that day. If since January you've been coming to you and you've been consistent, you have made this church your home church, we are going to meet with the pastor, having banquet with the pastor and the board of ministers on the last Saturday. That's 27th of this month. You have get it in my office before the end of the service. We'll give you the form, the card, invitation card. About the Sitope Oketoki. No, that's another one. Sitope Oketoki. He will give you the card. He has printed the card, and the card is supposed to be here. The other one is that the one they will take in my office. The card for, if you have not filled a special card meant to help us to remember you on your special day, like your marriage anniversary, your birthday. There's a card you're going to fill. Good. There's a card you're going to fill. So raise your hand. Take that card. It's to help us to remember you on your special day. Some people have filled, some have not filled. We want us to remember you on your special day. Send message to you from the pastor. Fill that card. I want you to fill it and submit it immediately after you filled it. We want us to remember you on your special day, your birthday, your wedding anniversary. Fill that form. It's going to be wonderful if you do, because from the church you'll be able to remember. If nobody asks you happy or tell you happy birthday, you should know that the church will do that. But we are collating the forms now. Don't worry if you don't see anything the next 1 month, but let's finish collating everything, and then you'll begin to see us in action. We want to make sure that everything gets in, so that we can go to work. If you do not see, it means you don't want us to remember you on your special day. The Bible tells us in Psalm 90 verse 14 or verse 12, it said, teach us to number our days, that we might apply our heart unto wisdom. So teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Praise the Lord. So that is that. Other announcement will be given to you towards the end of the service. Open your Bibles with me this morning to 2 openings, and I will read one verse. Psalm 91 and then Luke chapter 2. Psalm 91, I will read verse 15. Let me read that verse from verse 14 rather. Verse 14 and 15 of Psalm chapter 91. If you are there, say yes. because he has set his love upon me. Therefore, I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. If you are that person God is talking to, say louder, amen. Luke chapter 2, verse 52. Luke 2, verse 52. And Jesus increased in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God. Amen. By the grace of God this morning, I'll be speaking to us on the subject of title, Getting Favor in a Challenging Time. Getting favor in a challenging time. Shall we bow our heads for prayer? Father, you are such a faithful Father. What a wonderful Father you are to us. Thank you for calling us your child. Thank you for making us your children. Accept our thanks in Jesus' name. Thank you for having plans, purpose for every season of our lives. Thank you, God, because during this season you have planned, and it's only your plan that will come to pass. Father, accept our thanks in Jesus' name. This morning, send your word to your people, and let your word heal them. Let your word deliver them from their oppressions. In the mighty name of Jesus, use this mouth of clay to declare the wondrous word of God, and let this word be glorified in every heart. Let hopeless receive hope today. Let the downcast be encouraged today. In the mighty name of Jesus, I give you all the honor, Father. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Getting favor in a challenging time. To get means to obtain. The word get also means to receive or to come to have possession of. God wants you and I to know that there is something you need to obtain in a challenging time, especially if you are a child of God. The word get also means to obtain by concession or to become affected by. When you get favor, favor is supposed to affect your life in a challenging time. One of the things that God gives to people and gives to his children when in a challenging season, either the season in the country, in the family, either he gives them favor. God gives favor to people in a challenging time. The word of God tells us about challenges. The word of God says in Job chapter 14 verse 1 that man born of a woman is of few days and full of troubles. God did not leave us in the darkness with regard to the fact that as part of things you are going to go through in life are challenges. The word challenges means trouble, problems, something that is difficult to bear or difficult to cope with. God wants us to know that for every season in your life as a child of God, he has prepared something for you. Tell your neighbor, say, God has prepared something for me. Tell somebody else, say, God has prepared something for you. God never leaves us alone without having prepared things for us so that you'll be able to cope with it. Not many people are coping with challenging times because they don't have, or probably they don't know what God had made available for them. In 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1, the word of God says, know this also, that in the last days perilous time shall come. A perilous time is a difficult time. Time that is difficult. Financial difficulty, job difficulty, difficulty in any area of life. God said in the last day, perilous time shall come. Time difficult to cope with is what a perilous time means. But for a child of God, God has prepared you and prepared something for you so that that time will not take you away. And I pray in Jesus' name that this challenging time will not take you away. In the book of Psalm chapter 34 verse 19, the word of God says that many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord deliver the righteous out of them all. In every generation you see God manifesting himself to the righteous. God will keep your life during the season of challenges by giving you favor. One thing God gives during challenging times that you need to know and claim and get is what I call favor. If you look at the Bible, you see God appearing as favor in a challenging time. When you see favor, that is God appearing to you. When you see God working in your life during that challenging time, you are still able to move on. Despite loss of job, despite the fact that the money has dwindled in your hand, but one way or the other, you are moving on. That is God appearing to you in a challenging time. And I believe this morning God will appear to somebody. Can I hear a louder amen? There have been many challenging times in the history of the world. Bible called those challenging times in the Bible as the time of famine. Famine is a challenging time when there is scarcity of food, scarcity of things in the market, when people can no longer go to the market and find what they are looking for. And apart from that, if they will find, they will buy it with a lot of money in order to be able to get it. The challenging time is a time when money is become worthless. You will have the money, but what that money will buy before the challenging time, a lot of money will chase few goods. And that's what we call recession or height of inflation. Because a lot of money is chasing few goods. Today, go to the market, you want to buy yam, you see that the yam you buy for 2,000 has suddenly become 4,500. I was coming all the way from Ilorin and I branched a place to buy some yam for my wife and for my family. And I met a man who was just walking up and down. Everybody was walking up and down. The man came to me we didn't know each other from Adam. He came to me, he said, we come to one lady who said, double price. I never this yam used to be 1,500. That was then. Said, but now things have changed. And she was persuading me to buy it. I later bought. I could have bought more than that, but I had to limit, using wisdom to limit the number I would buy. Praise the Lord. Because in that season, God had decided to favor me. I know somebody has promised me yam, so don't let me buy so much. That's what I'm telling you. And as I bought those few ones, about 4 days after that, yam came to my house. Getting favor in a challenging, not that I cannot buy it, but God has decided to be giving me yam. At least, it's a decision from heaven that I will be giving you yam, and so yam comes effortlessly. I don't know what you want in your life in this challenging time. It will come to you. I said it will come to you. So God always makes favor available in a challenging time. In a challenging time. Study your Bible, you see God making favor available when challenges are upon the earth. And as a child of God, what you are ignorant of, you may not be able to get it. Not because that thing is not available, but because you are ignorant of it. When you have knowledge about the fact that God makes favor available, you can be able to lay hold on it and say, God, I need favor. I want favor during this time. I don't want to know that there is deception. I don't want to know what deception is all about. They may be saying it on the TV, saying it on the radio, but I don't want to experience it. And I decree over every member of this church, you will hear deception, but you will not experience it. I said you will hear about deception, but you will not experience it. In the mighty name of Jesus. Because God makes favor available for His own during the time of challenges. In a challenging time, He gives favor. God gives favor. What does favor mean? Favor means to assist someone. When God decided to assist you in the area of your life where you need Him most, He gives you favor by assisting you. The word favor also means to give you special advantage. It's not everybody that gets it, but you will get it. You see, because if it's everybody that gets it, it's no longer favor. Favor single people out. It gives you special advantage in the midst of multitude. I see someone here this morning. There's going to be a special advantage over your life. It will look as if God is staying in your house because He's actually there. And anywhere God is, there will not be scarcity. Before things end, you see God manifesting Himself. A woman in the Bible, in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 17. Because God is a God of favor, and God wants to preserve that family alive. Only God knows how many families have died before that time. We call that woman the woman of Sarephat. Elijah was in the bush somewhere, and bird was feeding him. You see, he had advantage. God sent bird, not human being, bird, raven, a stingy bird. You see, when God is working in your life, even the most stingy of all men will come and drop something for you. That is how you will know that this is God, though, because this one, but when you see something begin to come from a dry ground, now that is God in action. And may God go to work in your life. I say, may the Lord go to work in your life. So Elijah was in the bush. He had favor. He had God with him, and things were working. 3 years he was feeding morning and night, I was drinking from the brook. 3 years is not a short year. God was feeding him consistently. There was nothing like a dry season for him. He was enjoying himself in the bush, relating with animals and all manner of things. And the ravens will bring food in the morning, meat and in the morning, bread and meat in the morning, bread and meat in the evening, and he was drinking. But when God remembered a woman, that is about to eat her last meal and she will die, God sent Elijah. Elijah who had favor upon himself. Elijah that raven has been feeding. God sent him to the widow. And God said, I have commanded the widow to feed you. As long as the widow is feeding you, the widow will be fed. And her household. But if she refuses, she will die and her children. So Elijah went there in the book of 1 Kings chapter 17. When Elijah got there, Elijah said to the woman, go and bring water for me. And as the woman was going, he said, go and bake a small cake, let me eat. The woman said, I'm gathering the last sticks to eat. I and my son, and then we will die. They will just go and lie down somewhere until death capture with them as a result of intense hunger. You see, many of you have not seen hunger before. Hunger is terrible. Hunger is terrible. Want to defeat a nation, make them hungry. That is how to defeat a nation. The Biafran war in those days, they were defeated because they block access to food. Nigerian soldiers block access to food. I want you to know that hunger is terrible. And that's why God is thinking about someone here. You will not die of hunger. Because God will send Elijah into your life. Favor will come into your life. It is favor that brought Elijah to that place for that woman. Favor makes God to remember you. Favor makes God to bring some things to pass in your life. And that's what's going to happen in this challenging time. Tell your neighbor, say, it will happen to me. Oh, I don't know about you. Elijah was there, and the woman said, I'm about to die, to eat the last meal. Elijah said, thus saith the Lord, the cruse of oil will not fail. The barrel of oil will not waste until the Lord send rain upon the earth. And that was what happened. The Bible says they ate many days. Many days. Favor kept her alive. Favor of God will keep you alive. I said, favor of God will keep you alive. In the mighty name of Jesus. So favor means to assist, to give special advantage to. That woman was not the only woman in the city, but she was one Elijah was sent to. Special advantage. Naaman was not the only leper in the city, but he was the one Elisha was sent to. Favor has a way of working things out in a miraculous way for you. Everybody will look at that. Yes, I have a Father, Almighty Father. We King of Kings and Lord of Lords. I have a... So favor gives you special advantage. Favor also gives you, favor means to receive special treatment. When people begin to focus attention on you, favor gives you special treatment. A treatment that is generous to one in a way that seems unfair to another. That is why in the time of challenges, you see some people having so much to eat. And others without favor say, but you see, when you have so much to eat, you remember the poor also. The reason why God gave you so much so that you can keep one or two people around you alive, and that's what we are doing as a church. Praise the Lord. Treatment that seems generous to one in a way that seems unfair to another. The word favor also means approval or support that you give to somebody. God is a God of favor, and He brings His favor to His children even in a challenging time. Tell your neighbor, say, favor is coming upon you this morning. In the case of Job, Job went through terrible time in his life. He went through terrible season in his life. I don't think there's anyone written in the Bible that went through what Job went through. It was a bad time for him. But Job never forget favor of God. As part of what he said in the Bible, in the book of Job chapter 10 verse 12, even while he was going through trouble, he remembered God of favor. He said, thou hast granted me life and favor, and your visitation hath preserved my spirit. See, I may be going through, but I know there is what is called favor in the challenging time. He was going through, this is chapter 10. He was going through, but remember that this God is a God of favor. And He gives favor even to His own in a challenging time. He said to him, you have granted me life and favor. How many of you are saying that this month? Say, God, you have granted me life and favor. It's like confession of faith for Him, even in the time of trouble. Many of us need to learn how to confess faith in the midst of your challenges. Never you say, I don't have. Say it in a way, God shall supply my needs. That is what Job was saying here. He was going through the tremor of his life, terrible time of his season, but he never forget to speak faith into his life. For as long as you are a faith person, favor will come towards your life. He said, you have granted me life and favor, and your visitation has preserved my spirit. The favor of God is very, very, very important. When you are in favor, favor turns things around for you. It makes situations to turn around for you. It makes circumstances of life to turn around for you. And I decree over someone this morning, may the favor of God turn your situation around. May the favor of God turn your circumstances around. Say, you have granted me life and favor. It was that favor that brought this man by the name Job out of his circumstances. Favor brought him out. Toward the tail end of Job chapter 42, the Bible tells us that God restored Job back after he had prayed for his friend. Job 42 verse 10. The Lord blessed Job. The Bible says, and the Lord restored Job. Ever say he restored Job's losses when he prayed for his friend. Indeed, the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Favor. Favor is a restorer. Favor is a restorer. I don't know what you have lost. Favor will restore you back. Can I hear a bigger amen? I said, whatever you have lost, may favor restore it back to you. In the mighty name of Jesus, favor restore Job back. If you read further, you will see how God restored him back. You see, when you are in a challenging situation, when you are in a challenging season of your life, oh, that's when you will know who are your friends. When he was in a situation, many of his friends, acquaintances ran away. And those ones that were bold enough to come to him, they were taunting him. They were saying to him, you have sinned. The Bible tells us God restored him back by bringing back. Everyone say he brought back. Everyone. The Bible says all his acquaintances came back to him. And all of them give him money and hearing of gold. That is how God restored. When you see people coming to you, giving you things, it's because there is favor of God upon you. It's so that you can be restored. I decree in this month, people will give you things. I said people will give you things. I said men and women will give you things. People will travel to come and bless you. When favor of God is upon you, God gives favor in a challenging time. God brought people to Job. All his acquaintances before came to him, and the Bible said they began to bless him. That is how Job had twice of his other possessions that he lost. God keeps his own during a challenging time. There was also a man in the Bible by the name Noah. Noah himself found favor before God. Noah was in a terrible time of his life. God was about to destroy the entire world. If you hear now that the world will be burnt up, how will you feel? Now he didn't see God face to face. The only thing he had a voice that I'm going to destroy the world. You can imagine. The Bible says he trembled. He was afraid. God is going to destroy the world. And God gave him an answer. He found favor with. During that season of challenges, what Noah found was favor. The Bible says in the book of Genesis chapter 6, Genesis chapter 6, verse 8, but Noah found what? Grace in the eyes of the Lord. When you have a challenge, what you need is grace. When a nation is going through challenge, a state is going through challenge, a family is going through challenge, what you need to be on top is what? Grace. Grace is also known as what? Favor. Noah found grace with God. Another version put it this way, but Noah was different. God liked what he saw in Noah. May God like what he sees in your life. You see, before you can have this favor, God sees something. I like this man. and favor begin to come into your life. The Message Bible put it that way. But Noah was different. In his generation, God liked what he saw in Noah. The New Century Version put it this way. But Noah pleased the Lord. May you be pleasing to the Lord. The New Living Translation of the Bible, he said, but Noah found favor with the Lord. May you find favor with the Lord. God's Word Translation says, but the Lord was pleased with Noah. When God is pleased with you as a result of what Christ has done on the cross, He brings favor into your life. And that is what I want you to expect this month, throughout this year, throughout the remaining days of your life. Everybody say, I am expecting favor. Say it louder. Say, I am expecting favor. Say it again. Say, I am expecting favor. Ruth was another woman, another person in the Bible, who found favor in a challenging situation of her life. Ruth had just lost her husband. She didn't know what future holds for her. She didn't want to stay in her own country. She decided to follow her mother-in-law, who has nothing in the physical to offer her. She said to the woman, when Naomi told her, go back to your country, go back, come back, my daughters, why do you want to go with me? The woman had nothing to offer her, but she said, where you go, I will go. Where you live, I will live. She had come to understand the God of Israel. She was a Moabitish woman. When you discover God, follow God. Are you listening to me? What she discovered is what she followed. Say, your God will be my God. Say, your people will be my people. That's why we put it in marriage covenant. That word remains forever. In fact, we use that word more in our days than ever. That where you go, I will go. Your people shall be my people. Your God. It was the word that came out from a determined mind. A woman who had seen light. And because of her lifestyle, favor came into her life. You will not lose your favor. Can I hear it louder? Amen. So in the midst of her adversity, she found favor with Boaz. She found favor with the owner of the farm. What they do then was the rich always leave some little things in their farm for the poor. So the poor will go to the farm and glean and take some home so that they can at least keep spiritual and soul together in the body. But a time came when she saw, when Boaz was a mighty man of wealth, saw her gleaning and heard about her in Ruth chapter 2 verse 16. If you want to understand it, read Ruth from 8, Ruth 2, 8 to 16. But verse 16 says, this is what Boaz said. He told his servant, he said, don't just leave little. He said, purposely drop some wheat down for her. Purposely, as you are gleaning, don't just wait until little will always drop. But I want you to purposely drop some wheat down for this woman. Now that is favor. She got the She thought that it was just normal. It was favor. May God drop something for you this month. May the Lord remember you for good. I decree, may the Lord remember you for good. Say, and let fall also some of the handful of purpose for her. He said, for her in particular, when you are gleaning, just drop some grape. Let it be more than what normally a poor man will pick. Say, drop it. Purposely. In other words, you know what you are doing. That is favor. Eventually, this mighty man of wealth married her, and she became the owner of the farm she had gone to glean. Many of you will visit the place you will inherit this month. There's going to be a visitor there, but that is actually the place of your inheritance. May the Lord cause this word to come to pass in your life. Ruth was favored. Ruth was favored. This was a challenging time. Losing husband is not a good thing. it was a challenging time. But God remembered her. God always remembers his own in a challenging time. And you need to also tell God that, look, God, you have never let anyone down in a challenging time. Except that person is not righteous. Because I'm following you, you will not let me down in a challenging time. Another person that was favored by God was Joseph. Joseph was favored in the midst of his adversity. You see lines of Joseph, favor was following him. Even when everybody thought he was going down, but favor never go down. Favor always made him to excel, even in a challenging time. God was with him. Favor went after him. Genesis chapter 39. You see Joseph, who was sold into slavery, and a man by the name Potiphar bought him and brought him to his house. But Potiphar observed something. Listen to me. When you have favor, someone can observe it. Because the kind of favor upon Joseph was not something easy. It was real. What happened to Potiphar had never happened before. None of the servants had ever brought into his life the kind of word that came into his life during the time of Joseph. When he saw it, Potiphar was an unbeliever. Potiphar was a diviner. Somebody goes to an herbalist to check things, or a diviner. But Potiphar saw something in the life of Joseph. Which people in your life will begin to see from henceforth? Your boss will see favor in your life. I say your boss will see favor in your life. In Genesis chapter 39 verse 4, and Joseph found grace in his sight. Joseph found grace in his sight. Joseph found grace. Another word says Joseph found favor in his sight and served him. Then he made him overseer of his house, and all that he had he put under his authority. How can you put all you have under a slave? Now that slave must be a unique slave. People may have hired you and treat you like a slave, but the time is coming, and not far from henceforth, you will inherit what they hold. Can I hear a louder amen to that? You see favor in the life of this man. Verse 5 of Genesis chapter 39. So it was from the time that he had made him overseer of his house and all that he had, that the Lord blessed Egyptian. When Egyptian, that Potiphar, made Joseph was in a challenging time. He was not meant to be a slave. He was a king in his own family. But he suddenly found himself as a slave. But God did not leave him alone. May God never leave you alone. I say, may my God never leave you alone. The Bible says here, after Potiphar had made him overseer over his house, and all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was happening to me. He went and inquired. Even the oracle for the first time told the truth. Because the devil is a liar. But for the first time, he told the truth. It's because of this boy. It's because of this boy. This boy in your house is the one making things happen. And his master saw. Ever since the master saw. That's verse 3. The master saw that the Lord was with him. People can see when God is with you. You may have challenge, but they can see that this challenge will not get you nosedive. Instead of being nosedive, you are being lifted in it. His master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all he did to prosper in his hand. When you are under favor in a challenging time, whatever you touch will turn to gold. I said, whatever you touch will turn to gold. If people did not go to other people's market, they will come to your own market. Can I hear a louder amen? If people did not receive a call to supply one thing or the other, you, every message that God shows you, give glory to God. There is favor for a challenging time that God gives to his children. The Lord was with Joseph, and showed him mercy and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. If you read further to verse 23, you see favor working in the life of this man. Verse 22 says, and the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners who were in the prison. Even among the prisoners there is a chief, and that chief was Joseph. Now this was the same prison where the chiefs of Pharaoh were locked in, and they brought a slave to rule over them in the prison. Listen to me, favor is very powerful. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners who were in the prison. Whatever they did there, it was his doing. In other words, you are the boss. You are the leader here. The keeper of the prison did not look into anything that was under Joseph's authority. He made up his mind to shut his eyes. Because because the Lord was with him. And whatever he did, the Lord made it to what? May you get to that level in your life. That whatever you do, God just makes it to prosper. We said favor is an approval. God will just put a stamp of approval. Whatever he did, God made it to prosper. I want you to rise this day and say, God, make me to prosper in every area of life. I want you to pray for 1 minute. Say, Lord, I want to prosper in every area of my life. Whatever he did, the Lord made that to prosper. Say, Lord, I want to prosper. I want to prosper. I want to prosper. In all I will do, I want to prosper. In the work of my hand, I want to prosper. In my place of work, I want to prosper. Let unusual favor, let it come upon my life. Let it come upon my life. So shall it be in Jesus' name. Sit down for 2-3 minutes. The favor of God eventually caused him to be released from the prison. It was favor that was at work. When the time came for him to be released, God released him. It was the appointed time. The chief butler thought that he forgot. It wasn't that he forgot. Because if he had been released early, Pharaoh had not had a dream that he had. So he would have been wasted or sent back to his country or something will happen. But God made him to be released at an appointed time. Listen to me. He makes all things beautiful in his time. Whatever is happening in your life right now, may the Lord perfect all that has to do with you. At the appointed time, may the glory of God be seen upon your life. He was released at the appointed time. And he was put in charge over Egypt completely at the time appointed. He was put in charge. The dream he had long time came to pass. Some of us have dreams, aspirations that are yet to come to pass. But I can assure you this morning, because the favor of God is upon your life, the dreams of your life will come to pass. I said the dreams of your life will come to pass. In the mighty name of Jesus. Getting favor in a challenging time. Getting favor in a challenging time. Let me give you a few things more and then I'll get out of your way. In the life of Jacob, Jacob had favor. It had a challenging time. You could be walking in a place and yet the pressure of that place may be so serious. Jacob was walking and walking well in the house of Laban. Walking well in the house of Laban. He was a blessed man too. He told Laban, God had blessed you since my coming. When I came, you had little, but my coming had blessed you. I bless you. He said, but you are changing my wages. You have changed my wages 10 times. There are some people like that. When they know you are going to prosper and they make a law. that will keep you down so that you will not prosper in that. They just enact a law. Once they know that on my own money can get it, they just enact a law that will keep you down and keep you poor. There are some people like that. And many of us are working in such places, but favor will cause you to excel. I said favor will cause you to excel. I decree favor will cause you to excel. A time came when Jacob could not bear it any longer. He went to him and said, I want to go. He said, don't go. He said, give me your wages and I will pay. And he said, okay, all the speckles, the spotted, the brownish animals, those are few animals. Laban never thought that a miracle could happen that will make few animals to become much. Listen to me. God has an idea greater than Labanic idea. Are you listening to me? What they meant for evil, may the Lord turn it to be good for you. When you are under favor, you cannot be limited. When they close one door, God will open many doors. And I decree many doors open for you this day. And Laban said to him, time will not permit me to read Genesis chapter 30. But let me just say one or two things here. Laban said to him, you can take all the spotted animals because they are very few. I've gotten few animals. Unless you will serve me until you die. You didn't know that God is at work. Tell your neighbor, say, God is at work in my life. He didn't know that God is at work. Know what God did? God showed Jacob a vision of how to multiply the speckled, the spotted, and he began to put it to practice. Bible says God a tree, cut it down, and make ring stretch, speckle, and everything, and dig the stick inside the place where the animals will drink water. And as they were drinking water, image was transferring. It's a spiritual thing. Transferring into their womb. And when they meet there, male and female meet right before the animal, the tree that they had put signs upon, they always give back to what they see. That is why you must be mindful of what you see. The animal, if it work for animal, how much more will it work for man? Most things that people carry out is what they have been used to. All the gangster is television that brought them to gangster. Government is because of what they have seen. Seeing government on the TV transferred into their mind. But let's just forget about that. Let's come to Jacob. God gave him a vision of how to multiply, and he performed it. And he made those animals to see what he wanted. Not what they want to see, but what he wanted. And the image got transferred. And immediately they meet there. You know animals. Once they meet there, the animal they gave birth to are the thing they see. See the white animal.